Hello and welcome back to my final video of 2021. This is the year that I started on YouTube and I have not been very consistent with it, but hopefully in 2022 will be more so. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little year in review, talk about some of the goals I had for this year, the ones that didn't come off, which is a lot, and the ones that did, and the things that happened anyway, even though I wasn't planning for them to happen. So yeah, it's currently the 31st of December. I don't know if I'm organised enough to get this video up on the 31st of December and edited, but if I have, then just give me a thumbs up just for that. I mean, because that is some dedication there. I'm not even dressed, got pyjamas on the bottom, because why not? I mean, what do I need to get properly dressed for? So yeah, shall we dive in, see what happened this year? I've got this calendar that I wrote a few of my goals on because annoyingly I did have some sheets. I did a few of these quarterly sheets because I like to break down my goals for the year into quarters, and I'm going to do another video about this when I do my 2022 goals. But I've binned the ones after that quarter ended. I binned it, which is stupid. Right, let's see what was in store in January. Nothing apparently. But I do know that I started January slowly and I was in organisation mode. I was feeling like, where's the year gonna go? I'm looking here actually. Aha! In this journal that I also keep. Tuesday the 19th of January 2021, a big rethink. I literally wrote that. A big rethink. If you remember, if you follow me elsewhere, you will know that I started this year with two creative businesses. One, Peach Panda Studio, which is my illustration ventures. You know, that's where this calendar comes from. And I've been doing that for almost 5 years. And it got me through uni and whatnot. But then when I graduated uni with a textiles degree, I wanted to do more textiles things. So I started my second business, Contrary to Reason, which is the main one that I focus on now, but we'll get to that later in the video. So yeah, I really, in 2021, January, I wanted to focus more on Contrary to Reason, and I had an idea that I was going to get a knitting machine and start making knitwear and knitted accessories, which was a wonderful idea and I'm still very much into the idea. However, there were some problems which I believe come in about March time. But yeah, I had ideas, I had initial product ideas, knitwear, socks, blankets, but like cool blankets, like, how can I describe it? And I wanted to do like scarves that were like fun and like custom cushion shapes, like a knitted strawberry shaped cushion. I mean, how cute would that have been? So cute. But I think I slightly overestimated my ability, and some other hurdles came along, which we'll get to those. But that was my plan in January. Moving on to February. Let's see what's on the calendar. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, I've done some colour coding and I've written a few things on here. So I wanted to start building a website. Now that was for Peach Panda. I wanted to start building a Peach Panda website because previously I was only on Etsy for Peach Panda. So I had to start a website on it here, rearrange my office because I needed to get a knitting machine, and I did in fact rearrange my office. So that was fun. I even drew a picture here in my journal, a sketch of how I was going to rearrange it. So yeah, that's Tuesday 23rd of February I wrote this. I want to have the machine in studio as early as possible in March. Rearrange home studio. Blah blah blah. And then I also decided to pull out of my external studio. Now I've done a video on this. I think it was like my second ever video, is about my second studio that I had in the city centre with Feral Art School. And I decided to pull out of there because now, since we've moved house last year, in 2020 that is, I've just got all the space in this room really, so I thought as long as I can fit the knitting machine in here and it all works, then I don't really need a second studio, and I'll save on parking and I'll obviously save on studio fees. So yes, I was considering that then. That is very helpfully the last journal entry, but I think I've got another one. More knit plans there. You can see it's very funky. I did have some nice ideas, if I do say so myself. Yeah, and then what else did I have on February? I was going to update Etsy with new logos, new stickers, etc. And then, interestingly, the 25th of February, I had to research YouTube because I was planning on starting my YouTube channel. Woo! It's all getting going now. So then March, I was starting to plan some knit designs. I started YouTube filming on the 8th of March. I don't know if I actually did that. And then on here, my website free trial ended. So I was hoping to have my website finished by then. I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did. And then I was doing YouTube editing, and then I launched my YouTube channel around the 20th, 21st of March. I mean, you'll be able to go back and see when my first ever video was. It was not that good, but done is better than perfect, and I'm glad I just did it and put it out there. And hopefully the videos have all got better since. So yeah. And then the week after that, oh god, I remember this month. This month was chaos. I started YouTube and I launched my website the week after. And that was crazy. So yeah, I launched my website and that went quite well actually. I did get a few orders from people, which was very nice. And then I've also got on here the knitting machine for the 29th to the 31st. But I think I actually acquired it before that. I'll put the details in of when I actually did it. But yeah, I think it was here mid-March, maybe even early March. Maybe even at the end of February I managed to get it. But in my original plan, I planned to get it at the end of March. So I think I did that earlier than planned, which is always nice. Okay, then April, I can tell you a lot of this did not happen. I was trying to redo my wholesale catalogue for Peach Panda Studio, which is like a catalogue that I would send to retail shops so that they could stock my Peach Panda products. I tell you now, I did not do that. I think April was a weird month. We had a lot of family stuff going on and it was quite chaotic. So I feel like a lot of stuff that month kind of got left by the wayside, and this is when I started to feel a bit like, where am I going? What do I want to do? Do I really want to carry on Peach Panda? Is it worth me putting all my effort in? So I was starting to have doubts. And I believe April is also when the knitting machine exploded. I'll insert a clip of that now, but basically I turned it on, and because it's 40 years old vintage machine, it's yeah, a bit of it exploded, which was fine, and it wasn't fine, but yeah, it became, you could still use it manually, but the electric part, which would have helped me do all the patterning and like making a delightful strawberry shaped cushion, I now can't really use. So I'm still waiting for Sean to order me the part for it. But as you know, with shortages and stuff this year, parts for electrical parts have been quite hard to obtain. So especially like one tiny little part. If I wanted to buy like 100 of these tiny little parts, I'd probably be able to get one. But I only want one. So yeah, that is when the knitting machine got put on hold. So that was quite short-lived. And you live and learn. But I do hope to return to it when it gets fixed, because I do enjoy it. So yeah, then May. I very optimistically put that I would do my tax return at the beginning of May, because as you may know, the tax year runs April to April. So once that April's done with, you can start doing tax return in May. It's not due while January, but you know, you might as well do it. Did I do it? No, I didn't. It still needs to be done. I need to do that this month because it's January the 31st, so it's due. So that's fun. I've still got Peach Panda wholesale in May. I was still optimistic that I probably might do that, but I was starting to lose motivation with it. Then we go into June and I've got Contrary to Reason website launch. Now, I didn't actually do that because I was starting to think about where I wanted to go. And what I was thinking was, I've got a website for Peach Panda, but do I actually need one? I only launched it in the March, but I was starting to think, what was wrong with just having Etsy? And this is a lesson. If anyone's just on Etsy and it works for you, and you think you need a website to look professional, you do not necessarily need a website. Because I went 4 years on Etsy without having a website, and I did fine. But I just thought it would level me up a bit. But I don't know, some things aren't suited to websites. So I was starting to think about changing over my Peach Panda website into a Contrary to Reason website. I already paid for it, etc. It was up and running. I just needed to change the domain name, which is easily done, and then just change over like all the content on the website, which again is fairly easily done, and it didn't take me that long when I eventually did it. So what else we got? Nothing in July, apparently I just took that off. August, nothing. September, originally I had a plan to look into putting Contrary to Reason stuff on Not on the High Street, which is a very well known UK online retailer. But then I realised I didn't have any consistent product line because I hadn't got into the knitting as I thought I would. So I did not end up doing that. And I don't think I ever will. I don't think it necessarily... It seems like it sounds good to say I'm on Not on the High Street, I sell on there. But if it doesn't fit your brand, then there's really no point. So yeah. However, in September, I'll tell you what I did do, and that is an exhibition, which is fun. In my first ever exhibition outside of art school, and I was really pleased to be involved with that. And that was with the aforementioned Feral Art School, whose studio I used to be part of, that I left back in February. I still am in contact with them and involved with them. And we, as fashion and textile artists, decided to put on a group exhibition. And we did that in September, and that was fun. And I did a lot of prep, and you will have seen it in previous videos, is all the prep I did for the exhibition. And it was chaotic, but I'm so glad we did it, and it was really rewarding. And yeah, really enjoyed it. So I'm glad I achieved that in September. I was starting to turn around a bit of a messy year. The knitting machine hadn't worked, the idea hadn't worked, but I'd gone back into my machine embroidery and really enjoyed it, and then the exhibition just really concreted that as that's what I want to do. I was doing it before and there's nothing wrong with it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And yeah, and then I decided, I think probably at this point, October, there's nothing on the calendar now, so we might as well put that there. I decided to, I was going to retire Peach Panda Studio, which was kind of sad because it's been my original business baby. It's made me a fair bit of money, I can't lie. And I've made loads of friends on Peach Panda. So what I did was, I switched my website over to Contrary to Reason. I also retired my Patreon. If those of you remember, if you're long-time Peach Panda fans, I did have a Patreon set up for subscriptions. So I would send a Peach Panda subscription box every month full of brand new goodies and stuff. But even that in itself was exhausting me, having to think of a whole new set of products every month. It was too much and it was hard to keep up with. And I think it started to show, and I didn't really want to be putting out something that wasn't my best work. And it couldn't be because it was just too much. So yeah, I decided to retire that. And I just kind of slowly started winding Peach Panda down. And then eventually I announced on Instagram that I was closing. And I got loads of lovely feedback, to be honest, and people saying, wish you well, good luck in what you do next, because obviously I said I'm going to be focusing on Contrary to Reason. And I had loads of people follow me over there, which is really nice. And yeah, end of an era. The shop's not closed yet, though, I will say. I'm going to put a link down below if you fancy shopping in my Peach Panda sale, because I've put it on a mega sale. Then go and check it out. And so I got really busy in November and December with Peach Panda sale orders, which was nice. And because I've got a lot of stock to clear, and once I've cleared more stock, I'm going to have a big shift around in this office, because a lot of it is centred around holding stock, which I won't need to do anymore. So that's going to be fun. So stay tuned for a studio move around in 2022, because that's well overdue. I'm just looking in the corner now, it's so messy. Anyway, also decided, so because I apparently can't just quit one thing and not start any new things, I decided that Contrary to Reason was going to be a textile art business, but also as part of it, I was going to offer business support to other small businesses starting out, mostly creative businesses, and I was going to offer like business consultancy, but also like business like design services for businesses that are more established. You know, if they need any graphic design work, anything like that, then I can do all of that. So I started to plan that, and I have a few clients now, which is really lovely. And yeah, I hope that they stick with me, and I hope more people come on board. So if you'd like to chat business with me, please send me an email. Email's down there. Also, my website's down there with more information, and I would love to work with you in 2022. And that was one of my November goals on my quarterly list, consultancy slots filling up, which is very cute. So yeah, I've worked with a few lovely people this year. And you don't have to be local to me, because we can do it on Zoom or however you'd prefer, really. I'm totally flexible. What else did I have on here? Okay, I thought by December I would have 100 YouTube subscribers. As at the time of filming, I've got 43, which isn't bad. I mean, I've been hella inconsistent with YouTube this year, but you know, what can you do? It's been a crazy year, crazier than 2020 for me. In 2020, I felt quite balanced. In 2021, I just, I was unbalanced, let's say. So yeah, I would just say the fact that we've got it through and made some actual decisions is a miracle. And what can you do? So yeah, 100 YouTube subscribers, sadly did not achieve that. I also kind of put on here that I would like 2,000 Instagram followers on Contrary to Reason. I've got about 700. So that was some kind of crazy growth that I wanted there. And I do think, I've contradicted myself, because I do think that Instagram followers is kind of like an arbitrary metric. I don't think it's too important how many followers you've had. I've said it in previous videos, I think. I might have 700 followers and it's not 2,000, but 700 followers that are all engaged and actually interact with my content and shop with me and, you know, and get involved with what I'm doing is better than having 2,000 where only maybe 100 of those 2,000 get involved. So you've got to look at it like that. It's a bit of a vanity metric there, you know, it's just to look good, isn't it? It's not really helping anybody. So yeah, and here we are at the end of the year. I am happy with where we've ended up. I do think next year will be hard. Me and Sean would like to buy a house, which obviously requires a bit of money. But you know, I think we can do it. I think we can save. I'm going to do another video about my 2022 goals specifically. And I'm going to do a vision board, I think, which is a bit woo-woo, but it's kind of satisfying to do a vision board so you can see your goals all in one place. It just, you know, nice bit of arts and crafts. So I'm going to do that. I'm hoping to really get going with YouTube next year. So if you fancy sticking along, seeing my textile content, seeing my business advice content, please subscribe. I will love you forever. Let's get me to 100 subscribers, please. 2022 is also the year I would love to be monetized on YouTube, and as you may know, that requires 1,000 subscribers. So really, every little helps, guys. It's going to be a long road, but I think we can do it, and I would love to have you with me. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, throw me a comment how your 2021 went, how you hope 2022 goes. I hope for all our sakes it goes smoothly. Should that be the word of the year? Smooth? Please, smooth. All we can do is find out. So wishing you a wonderful 2022. Thanks for being with me in 2021. And yeah, see you later.